Okay, the next one is actually the last one for today.
Ooh.
Yeah, I only took 10, but if in the future there are like questions you want to like discuss and stuff, feel free to put it in on my Discord channel down below.
Yes, join Meli's Discord
Yes.
server.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm looking
ah.
to like do more episodes
Courtney.
where we talk about like advice and stuff as well. So if y'all are troubled, can write an anonymous note and be like, "Oh, this is the story of a friend or whatever." Yeah, we don't care where it come from. We'll give you the
Well,
answer.
we could, Meli, open like a Google forum.
Oh yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I should.
Then it'll be completely anonymous.
Oh
Yeah,
right.
that is true. Yeah.
I'll try. I'm just afraid that people don't feel it. You know, then I'll be like,
We'll spread it around.
Yeah.
okay,
It could be like a group project.
alright, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, today
Keep
I'm
your eyes
going.
open for that, people.
Today I'm going to the concert, so I'll start from tomorrow.
Woo! Woo! Keep your eyes out for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there will be
Or
on
else.
Twitter threads and stuff.
Or else.
Or else. All right, the last question of the day.
Mm.
I need water.
Hydrate.
Drink the water.
I'm gonna
Okay.
eat the biggest slice of cake after this.
Do you
Oh man,
find?
I wish I had cake to eat.
All right. Yeah, now I wish I have cake too. Then we are all sad because like I just want cake.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Do you find your true self or simply create it? Is there any research in psychology that would shed light on this question? Well, I haven't done my research, so maybe we can touch this question again in future, but for now, we just answer with the best of our abilities. I seem to run across two
Let me
kinds
get
of
my
people.
PhD first.
Oh my god, don't. It takes too long. I seem to run across two kinds of people. One supports the idea be authentic to who you are, but others simply say fake it till you make it. Oh, that's very black and white. In my experience, the former seems to be more common amongst women, while the latter is more likely held by men. Let's not tie ourselves to gender yet, but yes. Regardless, the implied goal is the same for both. You'll be more satisfied and happy with yourself and your life. Another way to describe this is to ask, do your feelings come first and lead you to happiness, or do actions come first and somehow infuse happiness? Some examples below to help tease these concepts out. Now, the first one, follow your heart or feelings to be most satisfied in life. For example, your feelings will lead you to the best significant other, best career, best friends, etc. It's a weird concept for me, but I'll continue first. Once you find those things, you'll be able to be your true self and find the most satisfaction in life or be happy with your view of self. The other side says, establish some disciplines and the feelings will follow. For example, choose to act lovingly towards your significant others and you end up becoming passionate about them. Same goes for your job or your view of self, etc. Another example to clarify, I'm going to choose to volunteer at organization X Sunday, even though I'd rather sleep in. Hey, it turns out I like volunteering and I'm proud of myself for doing it. Yes. So many layers. A perfect last question of the day.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm a weird mix of both of these ideas.
Yeah.
Because, I am very, like, be authentic to who you are. But some days I don't feel like myself and I want to hide. But I can't hide. So that's when the fake it till you make it comes out. Because if I'm going somewhere that I don't want to, like work or something like that. It used to be school, now it's work for different reasons. But that's when it's like I do a little I'm the best, I'm okay, I can do this, it's okay. Like I hype myself up like that with all these positive like words, even if it feels like in the moment like I'm lying to myself, it still helps.
Okay. Self-affirmation then.
Yes, self-affirmation. but I still like, in terms of personality, okay, behind the scenes, I fake it till I make it, but on the forefront, I'm very authentic. I think that's the best way to describe how I go about things.
I feel like a good mix is always healthy, you know? And I
Yeah.
kind of feel like the question and the explanation beneath it is kind of like two different topics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does feel like two different topics. I think this person's more asking how to find your true self. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how
Like,
how do
do
I
you
get to that point?
Have you
Do
Yeah.
have you felt like y'all have found the true self, like your true self?
I feel like I've been through a decent amount of shit to have figured out myself. I'm very confident in my identity, and that's like what matters to me. I'm very comfortable with my life, but I'm sure there's some people who will look at me and say, "You're only 20. You have so much further to go."
Doesn't
And
matter.
yeah, I will probably have like a lot more changes happen to me as I grow older.
Yeah.
But right now, I feel like I'm in my like I have my true self figured out. Like at the moment, I feel pretty good.
How about you?
And that's what
Sai?
matters to me.
All right.
I feel like I found myself.
Mhm.
You know, who I am, because you know, as me, that's kind of been a constant life struggle to know exactly who you are. It's difficult because as people, we like as we get older, we change. You know, we're not exactly the same like person we were when we were a little kid.
True.
Yeah, if I was the exact same, I'd be transphobic.
If I was the exact same, I wouldn't speak ever. Things change as you get older, and you learn more about yourself. And I feel like I've learned a lot about myself as I've gotten older. And I mean, I feel like I'm almost there to learning everything about myself. But I mean, you can never be 100% sure. I feel like because anything can happen throughout your lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we live a long time. We've got a lot of time to think about it. There's no rush.
There isn't. I don't. There's so many people who are like, I need to figure myself out this second.
Yeah, it's not something you really can rush either because you don't know what the future is gonna be like unless you're like some kind of weird psychic, which is probably not what you are.
Real. Yeah. Not real.
Yeah. So, like, you can't really predict who you'll be in, like, 30 years. I don't know who I'll be.
Me
I
either.
might be the same, I might be very different. And I think that's okay. I think that's fine, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Be authentic to
Like-
who you are.
Yeah. I feel
But
like it
change
is...
is coming.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Like, both of the things that this person is talking about, they kind of... I feel like most people don't just stick to one thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because in certain parts of life, you kind of have to do both, you know?
Yeah.
Like, being yourself is something everyone kind of does all the time, really. But sometimes you have to put up a wall in, like, other situations that you have to deal with. Or if you don't really want to do something, but you feel like you should, then later you, like, at the end there, you find out that you actually like doing that thing you thought you didn't want to do? Great. Those are like a lot of different things, really. It's
So I guess it's like
and
more than finding true self is like we have our true self and then we create things and like experiences that make us be a better true self, I would say.
Well,
yeah.
I think the concept of true self and that really like find who you are, figure yourself out, like your identity and what you like and dislike and your boundaries and stuff like that. And if you have all that established, boom, true self.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then
Like really,
you-
I don't it's not like it's still a lot of difficult conversations that you have to have with yourself, but it's
Yep.
not as intensive as people think.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus, it's okay not to know every little thing about yourself, like right at this moment.
Hmm.
It's
'Cause-
good to take time to think about it,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like the whole question, if I see it from as a bigger picture, as a whole post, I think what OP is really asking is not really about like finding true self, but finding so-called happiness in life.
Yeah. I satisfied the most in life.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be more like what they're asking.
Right?
Yeah.
OP, know what you're
Yeah.
asking before you ask.
Think about your
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, I'm happy with my life, but
do, yeah.
also
I am too.
I get angry and I get sad and I get frustrated. Like you still have those moments, even if you're happy with where you are.
Yeah. Like, happiness is different for every single person. There's no like one specific way to find it, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's another one of those complicated feelings that people have.
True.
Exactly.
And there's no like exact way to find it.
And in a way, like approaching happiness as a goal usually backfires, I would say.
Yeah, I can see that. Just
Because then
There-
you
there
gotta
is such a
ask
thing
yourself, what
as-
is that?
toxic positivity as well,
Yep.
Yeah.
where you're trying to push it on other people, or you're trying to, like, you're faking it too hard. You're not letting yourself be sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that especially.
And sometimes
But
people
that's,
treat sadness and stuff as something like, oh, I need to get over it and not feel it anymore. Like, they don't, like, we talk about how it's okay to grieve, and then, like, in the future, the grief might come back and we can just go through it, right? But some people don't
Yeah.
allow that, which is sad.
Yeah. Well, I. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated. It's
Yep.
okay to have negative feelings because that's just a part of being
Yeah.
alive.
It's part of being alive and having a brain. Pretty
Yeah.
much. It's
Part of having a brain. You are
It's
a
part of
walking
having a brain.
sack of flesh.
you have feelings and it's okay to have them.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's a good message to end up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.